Welcome to our Bonito Lab training video on Brachypodium distachyon seed starting. I'm Julian Liber. Brachypodium distachyon, or just Brachypodium, is a grass and has classic seed morphology for a grass. The seeds have these fine hairs on the seed coat and spiky awns about the same length as the rest of the seed. The seeds can be either viable or inviable based on the presence of a developed embryo. You may need to pull apart the seeds because they grow in a combined inflorescence. Viable seeds are plump and tend to have a darker surface. Inviable seeds look hollow and lighter. You can easily bend an inviable seed because it has no embryo. Alternatively, viable seeds do not easily bend because of the stiffness of the embryo. Count out your seeds. I usually do this in groups of 5 on a sheet of paper. Add your seeds to a conical tube. I use a 15 milliliter tube for amounts less than 100 seeds. Try to sterilize more seeds than you will need because you may drop some and not all will germinate. Pour out some bleach for use. This is a 8.25% sodium hypochlorite bleach. Bleach degrades over a time span of months, so make sure that your bottle is less than 1 year old since purchase, and best if less than 6 months old. Add 0.73 milliliters of bleach per 10 milliliters of sterilization solution for a final concentration of 0.6% sodium hypochlorite. You can adjust the amount of bleach if the stock concentration differs from what I used here. You can pour excess bleach back into the bottle. Fill the tube to 10 milliliters with distilled water. It will be sterilized by the bleach, so it doesn't need to be pre-autoclaved. Add 10 microliters of Tween 20 per 10 milliliters of solution. Tween 20 is a detergent which will reduce surface tension and allow the bleach to contact all surfaces of the seeds. The product is viscous, so pipette slowly when taking up. Then multiple times up and down when mixing with the solution. Here I have a timer set to 7 minutes, the seeds, and the sterilization solution. Pour the sterilization solution into the tube with seeds and start the timer. Invert to mix for the 7 minutes. In a laminar flow hood or biosafety cabinet, sterilize a strainer with ethanol over a reservoir. The bleach will also help sterilize it. Pour out the tube while pressing against the strainer. Get all the seeds back in the tube. Then add sterile water. Shake vigorously. Then pour out. Repeat for a total of 5 rinses. With each rinse, the soap bubbles will gradually disappear. Take care to ensure that the seeds only contact sterilized surfaces or equipment during and after the rinses. Get out a plate for starting the seeds. Here I am using MS medium, but you can also use sterilized Kim wipe in a plate with 1 to 2 milliliters of sterile water. Sterilize forceps prior to handling seeds. Tap your seeds onto the lid of the conical tube. Carefully place the seeds onto the plate. They should be at least in a single layer, but I also prefer to place them in rows with the awns facing the same direction. Wrap the plate with surgical tape or parafilm. Cover the plate with foil. You can reuse foil from something else, as I am doing here. Light and temperature are important for germination, so we will use the foil to maintain darkness. Label your plate with its contents and date. Place the plate in a refrigerator or other 4 degrees Celsius place. After 3 to 7 days, remove the plate. Transfer the plate to a growth chamber or even just a room temperature drawer for at least 1 day to initiate germination. After you remove the foil, you should see some seeds beginning to grow. Increasing the time since cold treatment will increase the number of seedlings. Afterward, transfer these to pots, plates, or use for other experiments. Good luck on growing your Brachypodium!